Exquisite mental torture. That's what Daniel Coyle calls it. I call it voluntary suffering. Regardless of what name you give it, what we're talking about is what you're willing to put yourself through when you're trying to get better at something, when you're trying to improve at something, when you're trying to learn something. Most of the time, what is holding us back from doing that thing is our fear of failure or our embarrassment of not knowing what we're doing, of not being competent in that particular activity. So perhaps the key to the lack of progress that we have is not mental and it's not physical. Perhaps that key is emotional, in the sense of we need to get ourselves past that pain of the fear of failure or the embarrassment of how we look because of our incompetence, because we're not really good at that thing just yet. One way we can do that is to redefine that particular pain. We can look at it in a whole new light. What we can choose to do is view that pain as progress. See, if you don't make the attempt, if you don't try to get better, there will never be any pain and there will never be any embarrassment. But if you're feeling that way, you can look at it and say, I'm moving towards improving. I'm moving towards competence. That gives us confidence and we start to get better at it. One way we can do that is by creating many small goals instead of, say, one large goal. Lots of people create goals, develop goals, but they're so far out in the future or they're so large that we have a hard time of taking steps towards reaching that goal. So what I'm suggesting you think about doing is breaking that larger goal into the smallest possible goal you can come up with. Not something that's a year off or a month off or even a week off, but some goal that you can create for today or at the very latest tomorrow so that you can achieve it as soon as possible. The second key to that is it needs to be achievable. You need to know that you can achieve it. So we have it's achievable and we have a short time period involved. Once we can do that, once we can achieve that goal, now we've created some momentum. And now we can create another goal, maybe step 2 and then step 3, creating more and more success and more momentum. It's kind of like once a train starts going down the tracks. Once it starts moving and it gets up to a certain speed, it's really difficult to stop that train from going. What we're trying to do is to get that train rolling and not let it stop. So let's let go of the pain, create short-term, very achievable goals, achieve those goals, create new goals, get that train rolling in the right direction.